Hey guys, welcome to the Workshop Wednesday video. I know I skipped last week. It was spring break here in New York for the kids, so the kids were off and it just wasn't happening. So hello, nice to see you guys again. And I'm coming to you live now from a new phone. So I don't know if you guys notice a difference. To me, the picture looks so much more clear. All right, so today we're talking about resistance training versus cardiovascular training. So, running, walking on a treadmill, doing the elliptical versus lifting weights or doing body weight exercises. And I'm going to try to keep this one nice and short. I'm just going to give you the cliff notes for this, but I'm currently running my Transform Body and Mind 6-week group program. And every week we do these workshops, these live group coaching workshops. And one of the many topics we covered this week had to do with resistance training versus cardiovascular training. And so I wanted to share a little bit of that with you guys as well. So here's the deal. Resistance training is going to be the best option for you if you are super short on time. So resistance training is one of those things that you can do for 5 minutes a day, okay? You can turn up the intensity without having to expand the amount of time that you're actually working out. So basically the fact that we do have resistance training and we can do this wherever we are, because we can do body weight training, it gives up the ability for you to have a lot of the excuses that you have, right? Because if you can do it in 5 minutes a day, then time is no longer an excuse. You can do it from anywhere. So even if you're traveling or if you're on vacation, that's no longer an excuse. You can do it at home with your body weight. So money is no excuse, right? So resistance training really gives us access to do whatever we want to do at any point. And the other thing to keep in mind, I'm going to be talking a little bit about intensity. And what I mean when I talk about intensity is intensity for you. So wherever you're at, your intensity is going to end up being a different progression than somebody else's. So one push-up for you might be really easy, but for somebody else, that's going to be really intense. So when we're talking about difficulty or the amount of weight we're doing or the amount of reps and sets and things like that, you can dial up or dial down based on whatever the intensity is that you need for yourself. The whole thing for resistance training is that you want to be challenging your body, challenging your muscles. And once you do something and it becomes easy, hi Tiffany, good to see you. Once you do something and it becomes really, really easy, then it's time to switch it up. It's time to progress. It's time to do it a harder version or increase more weights or whatever. So the whole thing is that we're challenging our muscles. We're breaking them down slightly when we're working out. That's what we're supposed to be doing, because then when we're resting in between workouts, that's when our body actually repairs and strengthens. It's actually during our rest period. So resistance training is a shorter period of time. Resistance training also improves your metabolism more than slow and steady cardiovascular training does. So when you, let's say, lift some weights, and then, you're going to be increasing your metabolism while you're actually working out, but then you put those weights down and you go about your day and your metabolism is actually revved up throughout the rest of the day. Depending on your intensity, it can actually be for up to 24. Some studies show like 36 hours after a workout, your metabolism can actually be raised from that resistance training. Now, when it comes to slow state cardio, like let's say going for a walk or something, your metabolism is up slightly while you're actually doing the activity, but it doesn't have that lasting effect like resistance training does. Resistance training also helps you with your muscle growth and strengthening, okay? So that's gonna be the way to really strengthen those muscles, to really grow those muscles as well. And you can get a cardiovascular benefit at the same time. Your heart rate is gonna go up and your heart's gonna be working harder, and your heart's a muscle. It's going to be challenged as well, especially if you jack up that intensity, okay? So if you are, let's say, doing a HIIT style workout, which stands for high intensity interval training, so you're doing these exercises back to back to back without much rest in between, that's going to be giving you the greatest bang for your buck because you're getting the resistance training in, plus you're getting the cardiovascular at the same time. So that's for you if you're really short on time. If you really need to get that workout in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, a high intensity interval training style is going to be the best for you. Hey, Eric, thanks for joining. The other thing about resistance training is it's really good for blood sugar control. So what you're doing when you're working your muscles, especially when you're working your large muscle groups, such as your legs, your glutes, your core, you are telling your body where to partition the nutrients that you have. So if you ate a meal recently or your blood sugar is up, your muscles are going to be soaking up that blood sugar to be able to use it as fuel. So you're telling your body, don't store this, we need to actually be using it. So it really helps to manage and lower your blood sugar. Hey! So that's the other great thing about resistance training. Now, I don't want to tell you that I hate cardio though. Here's the good thing about cardio. Cardiovascular training, so you could be running, walking, doing the elliptical, going hiking, anything like that is going to be improving your circulation. Of course, a lot of these, there's a little bit of overlap, right? So resistance training will be getting your circulation going as well, but cardio is very good at improving your circulation. It also comes from that slow state cardio is going to be putting you into a fat burning zone. So when you're doing high intense exercise, you're going to be mostly utilizing your blood sugar stores or your glycogen stores, which is really the sugar that's stored in your liver. But when you're doing, let's say, a walk, your body's going to be preferring to use your body fat as fuel for that. So that's a benefit to cardio as well. And while we're talking about circulation improving, you're going to increase your perfusion to your brain. So, your blood perfusion to your brain, what does that mean? You're going to be getting more nutrients there. You're going to be getting more oxygen there. You're going to be improving your cognition, okay? So you're going to have greater energy. You're going to feel more alert. You're going to feel smarter. And then you're warding off things such as Alzheimer's and other types of dementia. And you're improving your chances of neurogenesis. So it's actually been proven now. Years ago, they thought that you could not build new nerve cells, that once you were born, that was the amount of nerve cells that you had and the circuits that you made when you were younger. That's it, right? But more and more lately, we're learning that you actually can turn over some of these nerve cells in something that's called neurogenesis. So the more perfusion you're getting to your brain, the greater your chances of having that happen to you. So in a nutshell, if I had to conclude, I would say if you're starting new and you feel like time is really something that's going to stand in the way of whether you get in your workout or not, start with the resistance training. Start with 5 minutes a day, do body weight things, do squats and lunges and push-ups and things that you can just do from your home, okay? Once you build that habit and you're ready to improve, and get to the next level, I would say start to add in those cardio sessions too. So now you can do resistance training a few times a week and then add in a couple of cardio sessions on top of that. Of course, the cardio typically will take longer. You're going to go for a walk, you're going to go on the elliptical, something like that. It's going to take at least 20 minutes or so. So make sure you're doing the resistance training and then add in that cardio. And ideally, you're doing the combination of those. Resistance training is going to have the greater benefits for your body goals right now. The cardio added in is going to really help with your health and with your longevity. So those two things together are a really powerful 1-2 punch. No pun intended there. So resistance plus cardio is the ticket if you want to gain the greatest benefits from your exercise plan. But if you're just starting out, start with the resistance training, okay? A lot of women worry that they're going to get bulky if they do that. The truth is these women that you see that are bulky have to work really, really, really hard, and a lot of them have some help, some pharmaceutical help in order to get that way. So as women, it's actually pretty hard for us to get that super bulky look. So if you're afraid of that, don't worry. And if you are afraid of that, why? I think it's actually pretty awesome when women have muscles on them. So that's it. I told you I was going to keep it real short for today. Get your resistance training in. In the comments, let me know what your favorite type of training is. Do you like the cardio? Do you like the resistance? Do you do both? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.